What's up, y'all? So Stephen A. Smith is speaking on the infamous Epstein list. So let's check out exactly what he had to say about that. Check it out.
If you're a Republican, if you're the GOP, I mean, the big, beautiful bill was just passed. Even though the deficit is going to escalate from 3.3 trillion to over 5 trillion, assuming you believe the Congressional Budget Office and all of this other stuff. I mean, with all of these things that's going on, with the 2017 tax cuts reserved, with so much stuff that's going on that the left didn't want to happen, that you on the right said you wanted to happen, with the borders being closed, supposedly that being handled, with migrants being escorted out of this country in droves, according to you, and what you wanted, you're in an uproar off the Epstein list? That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I can give a about the client list, the Epstein client list. This has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me why this matters so much to these. I'm talking about people losing it. They're crying on camera. They're talking about resignations. They're pissed off about everything. I'm like, really? With all the stuff going on in this country, with all the power that you possess because of the cash and the influence you have because of your connection to this administration, that's why you upset at Trump. I didn't blame Trump one bit for looking at them and saying, really? That really matters to you? That's really that important? Now, maybe he had a different reason for saying it, trying to be evasive or whatever. I don't know. But I do know this. In the grand scheme of things, it ain't going to affect the lives of over 200 to 300 million Americans. I think we'll be just fine without knowing whether or not there was really a client list. I think we'll be okay. It's unbelievable that this is a big deal to me. It really is.
There are people that are now just like writing it off as no big deal. Like, guys, can we get on to the next thing now? This is stupid. We're so hung up on this Epstein thing. I've never even heard of Epstein. Epstein? I don't even know how to say his name. I have no idea what any of this is about. All I know is there's no big deal. Goofball Stephen A. Smith recently had this to say about it.
It's really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I can give a about the client list, the Epstein client list. This has no effect on me whatsoever.
Okay, so let me just jump in for a quick sec, because I think that, Stephen A. Smith, first of all, he's saying that this list is not important, but I think that most people actually want to see this list because they feel like they want to see the politicians that were on this island. So let's get back to the clip.
Fascinating perspective there, Stephen. I see you put on your stupid cap for this. That's very interesting. So it's no big deal to you that children were being by Epstein and all of his associates, many of those associates being very powerful political figures, that you don't understand why that would be like a big deal or something that people care about? Oh, but you're going out on Friday night to go eat fucking shrimp or something, so you're having like a great time. It doesn't affect you. What is even the point you're trying to make here? You're just implying that because you're about to go have like a nice Friday night, you have a life, thus you can't be bothered to care about these absolutely heinous crimes that other people seem to care about that you don't understand why. Good news, everyone. Stephen A. Smith is not directly affected by the unthinkable crimes committed by Epstein and all of his associates, so the case is closed. There is no point in even pursuing justice against all of the criminals that were involved. There's certainly no point in talking about it any further. In fact, he is criticizing people that are talking about it still. He doesn't think it's that big of a deal because he's busy. He's a busy guy. He's a very social guy. He's got a function on a Friday night where he can go enjoy some hors d'oeuvres. He doesn't really seem to care all that much about this whole Epstein thing and all the victims there, I suppose. That's what he's implying. So move on. That's the message he's delivering here. It's crazy. He is directly implying that it doesn't affect him. He doesn't seem to care and doesn't think anyone is justified in caring. It doesn't make sense to him why people care so much about these heinous, evil crimes. That is crazy that he is just confidently saying that with his whole chest. He's unafraid to just say how little it matters to him with how evil this is. You can see the talking points have now actually hit the desks. So there's a lot of people that are now trying to regurgitate this vomit about like it's just not a big deal. It's so surprising anyone cares. And you can see that his cohort here is giggling. His handlers went and programmed some laughter into his protocol so that way they could try and like turn this into a joke, which is like the administration has done that before. Remember when they teased the Epstein files release and what they actually did was drop a Rickroll on Twitter for it? It's crazy. They have taken one of the biggest files in history that has the most evil shit ever in it and have made it into this, a joke, and trying to parade it around like it's no big deal and that you're wrong for caring about it.
What's up, y'all? So appreciate y'all for tapping into my channel. The clip I just show y'all, that was Stephen A. Smith, and he was speaking with Cuomo. And according to Stephen A. Smith, he's feeling like this Epstein list is not important. And I gotta be honest, I think that most people, they feel like they wanna see this list because they wanna see the politicians and kings and presidents and prime ministers that were on this island. And a lot of people have been saying that Jeffrey Epstein, that he was a Mossad agent. So people have been waiting for this list to be released for probably 3 years now. And this is a promise that Donald Trump, he made to all his supporters, the Republican supporters and MAGA supporters. He said that when I get into the White House, the first thing that I'm going to do is to release this list. And 1 week ago, he said that this list is stupid and I'm not going to release this list. And when he said this went viral. And now people are angry because of this. And Stephen A. Smith, he's feeling the same way. He's feeling like, he doesn't care about the list. And who knows? Maybe, he's on the list, Maybe he was there because, Stephen A. Smith is like 55 or 60 years old. So, maybe Stephen A. Smith was, a guest at that island, So, let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.